Hello, 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 hola. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me clear my voice. Let me clear my voice. Let me clear my motherfucking voice. Ladies, humans, aliens, everybody, was good, was good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome to HC Speaks to Himself, Part 18. I go by HT or Mr. Olives or Jesus, depending on how close you can get to me or know me. And like and subscribe, you already know what it is. And if you are new to this, you know what the hell's going on right now, why this random dude popped up. That's where I'm at, man. I get some shit off my mind, you know what I mean? Off my chest, off my shoulders, off my body, off my soul. But yeah, like and subscribe. Tell somebody that we're here. Even if you don't like us, tell them we're here. What's up? Te llamo Jesus. Ah, but yeah, like and share, you know, all that good stuff. And go check out the coffee content. Because if you don't know by now, HT is a motherfucking coffee nerd. I'm, well, I'm all types of nerds. But mainly right now, I'm in coffee mode all the time. Looking for a plug, by the way. And I'm not playing. We need a farm somewhere. Somewhere, you know what I mean? But yeah, like and subscribe. And I hope everybody's having a good week so far. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get on here today. First, obviously, this is a set I rarely use. Damn, son, you can see the fucking light. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. That fucking light. Fuck this look like, bruh. Fuck I look like. Give me a minute. Because if I don't move it and I have to keep staring at it, it's gonna break my fucking thought process. All right, that's better. That's better. That's better. So yeah. Go check out the streams, the shorts, videos. We have all that. Go see what's up. Go see what's good. I decided to get on today. Um, just because it was, it's Thursday and we usually stream as a group, but I called it today. I think for this to be technically the last stream in the space that y'all been seeing since I first started streaming or posted the first video on the channel. You can still see it, fam. Anyways, it's fine. I get a little corner shot. But I thought it was only right for me to do kind of basically the final one or the last one in this space and where you guys been seeing the Musing Copa pour over series show, that set. That's probably no longer. We're gonna still do Musing Copa pour over series because we don't stop. We're just gonna, we're gonna guerrilla content make this shit. You know what I mean? My dyslexia just compelled me right there. But yeah, I thought it was only right where you seen the Cancela streams. Shout out to Cancela. He's playing a festival this weekend in the city. Shout out to Cancela. Yeah, I thought it was only right to do kind of the last one, just me. You know, I might pop up on Saturday with a last music copa on the set, just to thank it, be grateful for the space where we've been in the, just get our feet from under us, or I would say get my feet under me, as far as this whole thing. So yeah. So yeah, it's nice though. This is good though. It's it's as it's as if, when you go camp or you have to, sleep somewhere that is not your room, your bedroom, or your home. You just kind of set up for whatever time you need and you make what you need. Or I don't know if you guys ever seen archaeologists dig sites. Yeah, like little camps and little everything, people sleeping in tents because they're doing the research, digging and whatnot. But yeah, we were on this site, we digged, I got what I felt was needed. We definitely successfully completed what we wanted for Cotton Sea Line, what we, you know. So first first and foremost, that was the leading idea into getting the studio space and stuff like that. And so we definitely did that. I definitely, you know, figured out, got to try things. You guys see my streams, my other videos. You guys are seeing this right now and all that good stuff. But it was definitely, it's just time to find a different site to dig, to create from, to find out, to discover. And yeah, we're just gonna thank this dig site one last time today. Like I said, definitely final Musing Copa episode on Saturday. So I'm about to figure out how to, put my little twist to it just to make it, at least something significant. I would say, even though every series is significant, go check them out, bro. I have the whole world in a cup, and it looks black, but it tastes like raspberry. Go check it out. I don't play about this coffee stuff. So yeah, this is good though. Just gonna go find another dig site next time, and until we do though, because I don't plan it to be right away or whatever. We're gonna guerrilla content this. We're just gonna work with what we got. If we need to rent spaces, because I'm not gonna stop doing this. I really like the coffee stuff that I'm starting to develop. I like fucking around and turning on the camera and fucking just talking some shit, even if it's to myself or whoever cares to pay attention. But like I said, this is for me. Most creative stuff, and that could be a downfall, and that could, everything has its upside and downside depending on how you view it. However, yo, I'm about to do this shit standing. I am too fidgety in this fucking chair. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, like my creativity is for me. Is to make sure I don't jump off the edge of the universe. So as far as like my views right now, whatever the fuck, or who knows or doesn't know that I do try this. This is for me, man. It's for me to make sure tomorrow I don't jump off the edge of the universe because everybody's dance is different, and my dance just happens to be with the universe or insanity. But anyways, so yeah, I definitely appreciate it. Everything worked out. It was a good opportunity, and I think I took full advantage of it. And we tried what we tried, and you've seen everything from the streams that we tried with the whole MTI and friends, I would say. So yeah, this is good way to just one final time as far as you've seen any kind of this space or the space you've been seeing, like the other set we have on the other room, the coffee set, I would call it for now. Yeah, and even this set, I think this is the second time I use this set for sure. So yeah, just one last stream, just solo dolo, Gotta let the crew rest for a little bit. But I'm not like that doesn't mean like this shit stops though. Just gonna get more creative. I do have a new video series idea that I think would be a really great idea. I'm gonna try to at least push it out here soon. You guys will see it as soon as it pops up. It's definitely coffee related. I'll just say that, you know. But yeah, definitely got a new thing. And pour over Musing Copa. Musing Copa, that's a real thing, by the way. If you were wondering why I keep spamming Musing Copa everywhere I go, it's a real thing. You know. Lock in with the coffee streams and you'll find out where it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just time to leave this digging site. We found all the artifacts we could find, and we learned what we learned. We discovered what we discovered, and gotta move on. You know, gotta find new terrain to explore, to dig, to become, to be. So yeah, this is the final stream in this space. This is technically. My second studio space, I kind of don't count the first one because I don't feel like, but I had it for a little bit. But my second studio space, and I think the end goal with me is that I'm always gonna want to have a space, like just for me and I think I explained this when we first got the space in the studio, and I did my first solo stream, and I kind of expressed, or we started a whole interview series, the MTI experiment. Check that out. That was like my first video I posted. But yeah, I'm always gonna want to have a space. I'm always gonna want to have room to develop and create worlds, literally, metaphorically, I'm always gonna, that's always gonna be in me, whether you see it or you don't see it, or I share it and I just keep it to myself and certain people. No, but I'm always gonna have a space of some sort, you know? This time it was this space, and next time it's gonna be something hopefully, no, definitely better, right? Because just expand. Like I said, the end goal with me with all this is I want to make movies. So that's why, like, when I even mention develop worlds, it's like one of the same to me. I love doing it. I love putting sets together, like aesthetically composing things. Like I really do. I said it. Sue me, motherfuckers. The art. But yeah, so new dig site. Whenever it pops up, you'll see it. But yeah, shout out to this dig site. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna keep posting. I'm really gonna. Yeah, this coffee shit's no joke for me. Like for real, for real. I gotta probably do some paperwork. I'm using Copa now, just because I think, yeah, to make sure nobody try to touch my shit. This is an original idea, by the way. And then, yeah. So like and share, subscribe, tell somebody I'm already talking to myself. Make sure I don't jump off the edge of the universe, know what I mean? Mm. Man, but I do wanna, I'm not gonna lie, I am thinking about Twitch. Because before I started speaking, or you guys heard any noise, obviously you guys probably seen me. But before you heard any noise, I was listening to D Block Europe from the UK. They dropped a couple singles, shit's banging. I wish I could play it from y'all, but can't be doing that on the tubes. But I do plan to do a stream. Definitely think, which is probably significant in this whole thing, right? I mean, uh, but yeah. And then, yo, I'm done with summer. Like, like I'm done with summer, bro. Like summer's never been my favorite season. Like, trust me. And maybe, and now that I think of it, maybe it has something to do that in Colorado we always get sun, just where our state is. It's geographically placed on the earth and positioned. We get a lot of sun even in the winter. So maybe it's that a little bit too, because I was basically, well, I was raised here 100%. But I'm done with summer, bro. Like I'm done with summer. Like summer's never been my favorite. Trust me, I'm very aware of the health benefits and the importance of sun and being outside and vitamin D and being able to adjust your inner clock to be able to adjust your sleep. Very aware of that. Shout out to Huberman for teaching me, right? But I never liked the summer, bro. I don't like the sun. The sun kills my appetite. The sun, like just when it's high, it just kills my motivation. And this summer specifically, I think it's affected me more than usual. And I'm gonna be very careful with my words, but it affected me more than usual this summer. I'm really done, and but at the same time, I this summer specifically, it probably has affected me more than usual. But I think just because I'm stepping into some new shit, I'm stepping in just forward motion for myself and everything else. So I think that's just to do with the stress of that, and that's fine. Like this is just what it is. You just gotta adjust. You were riding down one lane, but maybe this lane is better because less traffic. or they're driving faster. So yeah, I'm done with summer sun. Like I don't necessarily love winter. I feel like, you know, it's like a second job when it's winter. I don't mind it though. I don't mind the cold. But give me that fall, man. Fall is my natural habitat. You know what I mean? Like just nice, fresh in the middle, not too cold, not too hot, maybe a little rainy, you know? But yeah, can't wait. Even though, like I said, we live here. We get sun all the damn time. You know what I mean? And and yeah, the what I've been feeling like is, you know, but then again, it's just an over it's just one slope after the other, just depending on the time, you know. It happens. It just has had happened while it's really hot. Yeah, but like it's just I gotta adjust, you know. Gotta adjust. I gotta, and it's fine, you know. A big point of my existence for the most part is always figuring out how to calm myself down. Just because once I'm calm, the most thorough definition of that word, like calmness, peace, I would say, I c- I can leave my body. And then what I mean by that I can do whatever I need to, whatever I want to, I can, and it's like almost as if I was consciously astral projecting, like without going to sleep. And if you don't know what that means, do your Googles. But when I'm calm, my energy is the best, the balance, and it is what it needs to be, whatever the moment, you know. The brain doesn't have these glitches that I would call. So now it's just, new issues, but welcome good issues that I don't mind. Because like I said, I'm stepping into new shit. So that's just what it is, you know. Everything comes with something. Nothing's free in this world in any aspect. So new issues that I welcome and I don't mind for sure. New stresses, new anxieties. Bring it. I did, just gotta readjust myself, gotta figure out how to calm down again, you know, so we can be productive, we gotta do what we need to do because that's my writer's block basically, or that's my creativity block is when there's no there's no balance of that because I mean I've been like this since I was little, since I can remember. And I was understood that it will never go away. And I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. 'Cause aside from that side of things, it's why I can think the way I can think. Why I can speak the way I speak. Yes, there's a blurred line between sanity and insanity for me every day. Every time I wake up, that clock just turns, right? And it's only one arm. There's only two halves. Same. It's like, you know? I try my best to walk that balance. And if you're hearing this for the first time, don't worry. I've managed 33 years of my life. I'm gonna be able to manage for a little longer more. It's just the reality of my brain, my human experience in this reality. But like I said, don't feel bad. Don't worry. This is why I can think and speak the way and have the perspective I have. Because I'm a little sometimes, and sometimes just serious issues, you know? But don't worry, it's everlasting adventure for me, you know? Just when I think life is gonna get a little boring, my brain kicks up some dust and here we go. Let me see what's going on. Give me a minute. Go kick it with my friend the cricket real quick. Real quick. I'll be back. Whoa. Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of the stream. You can chill if you want though. You can chill out here. I'm halfway through. So let me just continue and then get back. All right. My apologies. My apologies. But no, we're good. We're good. So yeah, just I got to keep that blurred line very clear. That's all it really is, you know? And so far, I've been pretty good at it with no assistance beyond any natural self ones, I would say, you know? But yeah, and 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 it's fun to like this, to be honest. It is. Of course, I pay the price sometimes. Because like as I said earlier, nothing's free in this world, in this reality, it's just how this thing goes, if you don't know by now. I pay the price for it sometimes. Like what I, like I don't like I speak so much and I share so much. I mean, I don't share like so much, right? But I do share like obviously there's multiple streams by myself. And me, and I'm a very aware person of my emotions, so I'm very, you can see it in my face for the most part. Like, but when I say I'm not good at this human shit, that's why. Like, that's the price that I pay to be able to think and view the world the way I view it. I don't get to understand certain human shit, and people hear me say that. Now I say that a lot. I've been saying that since I was little. Don't really get that part, but that's just what it is. But we're gonna be good. I'm done with summer. I really am. Blah. You heard? But you know what I really wanted to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I really wanted? Well, before I go into the next part of today's stream, but at the same time, I'm s- I'm starting to have things that I care about. I'm starting to have, or not that I never had those things, but I'm starting to actually develop those emotions that I care, or worrying about something, or wanting to take care of something, or I'm starting to have that development again. So yes, mentally it could be a fucking roller coaster, but however, like I said, it's good problems, good stress. I think personally, because I'm wanting, I'm caring, I'm careful, I'm trying my best, and with these new things I'm stepping into, right? And that's good. That's very good because a lot of times for me, ladies and gentlemen, of course, present time, whatever I'm doing, I'm fully there and I'm about it for sure, 100%. But however, sometimes I really just don't care about anything. Like I don't. Like you can see on my face, I don't. Sometimes it's just I'm not here. But as of lately, I've been having that care that is that it's nice to be a fan. It's nice to look forward to something. It's nice to cheer for something. It's nice to when they lose, like you feel it too. You're like, fuck, how the fuck that happened, right? It's nice to be a fan again. It's nice to like I said, all good anxiety, all good problems to have, right? In a nutshell. And it's good to be a fan again, like 100%. And to me, and as you see on the Next title, let me just adjust this real quick. It's good to be a fan again. And amongst other things that I've been a fan of, but I wanted to get on here and kind of really like share this with y'all. So, because, this is not usual. Let me see, let me fix them real quick. All right, we cool. There we go. You know, and it's nice to be a fan. It's nice to worry about something. It's nice to want to take care of something. It's nice to be prideful about something. It's nice. As much as I don't get certain human moments and like honesty and like no way around it, but certain human moments I do understand. I deeply crave them. I deeply want them in a real way. Like me, when I was younger, and I've said this before, like I'm not really a sports person or guy or fan, but that's only because since I was little, I was into NFL, NBA, hockey. Like I was a real fan. Like I used to love throwback jerseys, like for real, and I still have some of them, right? And if whenever LeBron decides to retire, you'll see me pop out with the LeBron one from that I've had since high school. But as I explain it, for me to connect, for me to have those things, it needs to be real. Like it needs to be a real connection for me. And when I was growing up, and that it was, and like I've said it before, and that seems like a whole other lifetime ago. When you figure out how the general system is functioning, it's hard to be a sports fan, straight up. And that's how I feel. Like I said, the only ones, like I'll definitely, for the vibes, something to do, you know. You see me at a game or two, whatever. Well, and I would say the Avalanche, I am a fan of them. I have good core memory, especially like early on with them. So I definitely want them to win. I do watch them. The games are exciting. But aside from that, I haven't really been a fan. Like, like I haven't really, you know, appreciated or fan of something. And so what has recently made me a fan, and I felt like that, and you know, certain people don't get in, probably never again give two fucks. But esports, specifically Call of Duty, and more specifically OpTic Gaming, OG, right? Because I feel I can be a fan of them in a real way. I can support them. I can appreciate from afar, of course, from afar. And now on this, and this is what one of those like good, like it's good, like so. I'll get into that in a little bit, but like it's good to feel some type of way when they lose. Like it's a nice feeling, and I haven't had that feeling in a really long time. I really haven't. And esports slash Call of Duty slash Optin Gaming has given me like that phantom and be able to truly be a fan again to something legit and real and the people running in coordinated, they're just real people. So so another disclaimer I gotta give before we let me see if it's even gonna work. It's definitely gonna work. But another disclaimer, I like reaction channels, like I'll watch them, but like I can't imagine. Like it's how I think about food content. Imagine you being a foodie, right? You're being a foodie and you have to eat every day for every video. I love food, don't get me wrong. And I like to eat for sure. But base your content on that, I couldn't. And how I view reaction channels, nothing against them. Shout out to y'all. I watch, I'm a fan. I got a couple reaction channels I appreciate, keep me updated. But I don't, that's like reaction every video. It's crazy. That's crazy. But however, today I thought just because how much I'm really like fan of this shit, I appreciate it. It gives me an emotion, gives me a feeling. I wanted to react to this with y'all, right? So just to give you, let me big screen this shit real quick. We'll come back. Whoa! No, not that close. Wait, let me see. System
All right.
works. All right. So to give y'all some context, OpTic Gaming is probably one of the most second top two, top three gaming organizations, especially in Call of Duty. Right? They've been around forever, and historically they matter. They're one of the organizations that drives the esports that is Call of Duty forward. They're really important, right? But for me, when I found them, sure, I think it was 2015, 16, maybe it would have been 2014. I think I've been watching them that long. When I found them on YouTube and they used to have their Scuff Gaming House, my main thing was it was cool to see a Mexican dude in this new space and being successful and continues to be successful, obviously, you know? So to me, that was the first thing. I saw like, oh, okay, look at this. And it's something so different and something so far away what we think entertainment or even sports is. Like it is. And I don't even think we should compare it to sports. I just think it's a different type of entertainment. But it's just the team aspect is what makes it seem like sports. But I wouldn't even like try to do that. But it's just entertainment. And I think esports specifically, and if you've been living under a rock, like Asia, like most countries, like they really love their video games, especially Asia with all the Dodo games, League of Legends, and they're running like $1 million tournaments every year type vibes, and have major sponsors. I think an org I think is a Valorant team, or I forgot, but it's one of those type of games. They had a Honda sponsor. I think it's Team Liquid. They had a Honda sponsor, and because after they won, one of the players said some crazy shit, so they lost the Honda sponsor. Can't say certain shit, especially when certain money's behind you. So they lost the. But that's just an example, or even another one of the other considerable big orgs, not just in Call of Duty, but they do other esports. Is the 100 Thieves, owned by Nate Shot. But Nate Shot came out of OpTic Gaming, and look, for the people on the fucking internet, this is nothing new. I'm just trying to educate my people. That's all. Obviously, if you find this, obviously you know all this, right? But I'm just trying to, let my people know about this. So that's all this is. So relax. They're sponsored by Adidas and Lexus. They have these like it's a real thing. Like it's still small significantly, especially in the Call of Duty space for the most part, right? But there is a professional league, and But to get into the video, I'm gonna kind of just explain what my humble opinion and why I'm genuinely entertained. I look forward, all that stuff, and why I am a fan, and I'm so appreciative that I get to be a fan again and like cheer and like feel the losses and want to wear the jerseys, want to wear like the shit, and they make cool shit by the way too. So just to give context, so there's a pro league called the CDL, right? And if you ever seen my Call of Duty streams, I was wearing the OpTic skin. So the reason why they're there because CDL is the Call of Duty league. So OpTic for this season sucked. Lost probably every tournament. Changed rosters like 3 times. But when it came to the final tournament, the World Champion tournament, like that decides who's the best in the motherfucking world and gets the ring, they rallied together, put some shit together, and won that shit flawlessly. Shout out to Merck. And and so I think this is the second year of either EWC, EWC, and I don't know if it's the second year in general, or it's the second year that they bring up Call of Duty. But after the CDL World Champs, there's this other tournament that is called the Esports World Cup Championship. So basically, I think it was in Dubai this time. Like I said, like the rest of the world is kind of, this is a thing. And it's like all the top esports and all those teams play for I guess the World Cup championship, right? And OpTic won it after winning the World Championship CDL. All of it flawlessly again, except those Miami boys. They definitely give us some trouble. But let's just get into it, and I'll jump in here and there. I haven't fully watched this. I watched clips because I definitely love That's another thing that I appreciate and why I think I can connect and be more of a fan of just their content's on point. And they have a docu series called The Process. Every time I watch those, I've hesitated or like react to those because hesitation's a bitch. But the Process documentary, when you need some inspiration, you need some energy, you need some vibes, watch one of those, bro. The way they shoot it, the lighting, the storytelling, so beautiful. Like I mean it. And I'm depending how I feel about this thing I'm doing today, I'll see if I react to when they drop that documentary of this whole season to winning CDL World Champs and then winning ECW champs flawlessly. But yeah, let's see what's good. So this is they dropped the uncensored comms. So comms is the back and forth, the strategy of the players together. And yeah, and this is when they won the EWC Cup championship, I should say. So let's see. Oh shit. Mother right. Oh, okay. There we go. Yo, yo, yo. I might die to make this successful. I like that line right there. Shout out to Shotzi. Oh, I know what I can do. I know. So, so I think, and that's why it probably does get compared to sports a lot, or they're trying to develop the infrastructure as far as behind it and the money behind it. Because I think a lot of people, well, I think generally the way video games have always been marketing was in this unserious way, right? Obviously for children, first of all, but then after that, just video games have always, or in America at least, like as far as my general experience, and I'm not saying there's not real gamers in America, 'cause there definitely is. This is an American Call of Duty um league. But the way like America has marketed gaming, it's always since whatever the genesis of it was, but in like the early 90s, as this unserious or like waste time type of thing. And I still hear people say that and speak like that about video games. So when you think about a pro level, like it's first of all, I think it's just like how Americans would dismiss an accent. It's like when people try to listen to UK music for the first time and you can't, and you just can't get over the accent, or I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. But you just not willing to understand the accent. It's that same thing to me, right? Is it's not seen as this unserious thing and as many other sports because either you play Little League or you literally have a PlayStation 5 in your house, or at this point you probably have a gaming PC because that's also becoming a thing as the gaming thing extends and covers more aspects of culture. I think mainly that's why it's easy to dismiss. Like, how can somebody pro? What's like the point? What's so exciting about it? Why do you and why do you watch this? Right? And I think that's why there's such thing as a casual player. And like, everybody has the right to play video games, I'm not saying just because you suck, don't play video games. You can do whatever you want, play video games, shit. But I think because to that, and there's such thing as the casual gamer, the person that just after work gets gets off and just wants to relax, fucking noise cancel the kid, you know what I mean? Those people, the casual gamer, they do it for those reasons. And as far as Call of Duty goes, the market, that's who they sell to, that's who makes them their money. However, I think it's easy to dismiss and it's hard to like at the beginning because OpTic has an international is an international brand. They have serious fans. They have a cult following, like straight up, like phase. And I'm really starting to see it with the Alley Thieves because at the when I was watching the EWC like live, there was a lot of LED fans. And when you see those other tournaments, the League of Legends, the Valorants, and all those other things that happen, people really look like, you know. But I think in America, is still kind of, it's not, it, it hasn't really hit pop culture in that way, or it has hit culture. I'm not going to say pop culture, just culture in general, you know. But as far as me and the enjoyment I have, first, the branding, who stands behind it, the ethics and the morals, and how shit is done on their end. That's what got me first, right? That's what got me first. Okay, let me turn it up a little bit. So this is basically uncensored comms from the different matches that they played. So they were playing the Surge. That's who they played to win the cup. Now they're playing LA Thieves, and they knocked them out too. And they knocked them out too. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at the speed they're playing. Look at the communication. Look at the planning. Look at the organization. Look at the teamwork. Look at that. And 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 it's just not playing a video game. It's playing chess. It's to the highest level, right? It's understanding the true environment that is this map and the strategy you have to have. And most important, being a straight shooter in a quick one. Yeah, MTI needs a Call of Duty team for sure, bro. But yeah, I was in Dubai, but that's what you see. But see, they have a cool following. But yeah, and to me, like when you really pay attention, and I'm probably a below average gamer in all honesty. Like I am. Like I can consistently play a game for a couple weeks, and I'll get good. I can handle my own, but I'm below average, honestly. Because my whole story with video games, like like any other child, like I had whatever system was at the time, like whatever that was. And I did play and I did have those games and I did experience that, but I was an outside kid, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like video games used to bore me when I was younger, like really little. It was hard to get me sit down because as soon as that door opened, that was my real life video game. Know what I mean? Like I'm fucking with you. But so when I was younger, I didn't really like video games. Yes, I played them, but I didn't pay attention to like that. And when I think about that, like I wish somebody would have put me on, like especially those times after school where I would go with like my friends that would love Xbox and have Halos and play Halo. Like I wish somebody would have like pushed me to the side, like, yo, it's about to be a thing, man. This is real. Like you know what I mean? So you should pay attention. And due to me being more into being outside, I kind of missed that, right? And I feel like I was right in front of it because I remember playing Halo. I remember playing Call of Duty, right? So I didn't really just like like anything else in my life. You call me a late bloomer, whatever you want. I didn't start playing video games again, like really until like I was 23, 24 again. From like 3 years old to fucking 22 years old, I didn't give two fucks about video games. That shit boring as fuck to me, right? But leaving certain lives alone and letting certain worlds go, you calm down, you have that time and you understand it. But yeah, and then to me, it's just there's so much skill, man. Like, yeah, you might just think they're playing video games and blah blah blah, and dismiss it like you would dismiss a fucking accent, right? But trust me, the speed, the way they're shooting, the strategy, especially certain players like Shotzi, how he bounces off the fucking map like he's a fucking old school bouncy ball. Like we casual gamers can't do that. It's just, it's like any other sport. Like they just run faster. They're just bigger. They're just built different. And it's no different in these sports. Like you think they're just playing a video game, but they're doing really at the highest fucking level, bruv. Like like 100%. Like if you ever got into a match with them, they would just shit on you. You wouldn't even know what the fuck happened. I don't. You wouldn't know because they're at a different speed. The shot is straight. It's different. It's a different level, undeniably. And that's what makes it fun. And this run, oh, by the way, the Miami team Heretics actually gave them a good ass. Like it was a good match. If I was gonna introduce somebody to Call of Duty esports for the first time, I would definitely have them watch the OpTic Gaming and Miami Heretics match because those Miami boys are fucking cold. That was like it was the second to last match because after that they played Search again and beat them again. My Search, I think they're from Seattle Search to go for the championship. But before that, it was this game, and this game was cold as fuck. Miami was on their asses for like two matches. It was getting a little shaky, but we never lost hope to pull it over. You know what I mean? But if I was gonna try to get somebody or try to at least give them my theory of why you should trust me, it's fun. I would show them this match because this match was top tier gaming Call of Duty level shit. Like like Heretics were fucking crazy good, and then at the end, Opti just fucking sweep them, and everybody. It was a cold ass match. It was a real like it was scary, bro. It was after they won the first two series, we're like, fuck. But yeah, I was showing. I was showing. Yo, those secret lab chairs are comfy. I'm gonna say that by the way. But yeah, it's a different level. Just because you have a PlayStation 5 in your living room, like you're not doing the same things these dudes are doing. You're just not. Just watch, bro. Like, come on. Like there's so much strategy, teamwork, there's so much synergy of vibe that has to happen for for you to be. And look at the fucking crowd. I'm telling you, man. This is a real thing. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's when Heretics was on our ass, bro. It was looking a little shaky. Yeah, look, and that's their coach. Like, yeah, those Heretic dudes are fucking good. That's basically the first Spaniard full team that joined the CDL league, the Heretics. They're all Spaniard dudes, and they're the only not well, aside from like ultras from Canada too. But aside from ultra, Spain is in the CDL league, and that's Heretics. So just so you know, when you're watching these matches live, you don't get to listen to what they're saying the whole time. They focus it sometimes just to give you a little bit of how they're talking, but they don't do it constantly. You're just listening to announcers and you're just watching the gameplay. So that's why it's cool that they release because you get all the comms that they had while the whole matches and the whole tournament. But while you're live watching the game, they just sometimes go in there and you can hear them, but usually it's just you just see the gameplay and hear the announcer, and you could probably hear the announcer a little bit on 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 the sound right now. But I'm telling you, they do something different, man. Watch, they're probably going to show. I want you guys to watch this fucking play, bro. That had me jumping on my fucking seat, and I didn't watch it live. But after I watched the fucking clip, I just couldn't stop watching the clip. It's probably after fucking who is up. And to be honest, and probably I'll have this deeper conversation. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're in this bitch. Shout out to y'all. And to keep it honest, to me, like cryptocurrency and esports is one of the same. To me, is the next adaptation to what we now living in a pre-dystopian society, and then when we go full blown, yo, is this not playing the whole time? Yo, nobody told me, son. What is going on right now? Damn, son. I just literally noticed it. Whoa, whoa. Thing was not going the whole time. Oh, y'all weren't watching nothing but a frozen thing screen. It's all good. My fault. I was getting into the shits. I was enjoying myself, and you guys weren't even watching it with me. Well, the main play I want to show you guys hasn't popped up yet, but esports, just as cryptocurrency, in my humble opinion, of course, is the next adaptation to whoa. Acknowledge it or don't acknowledge it. Do whatever the fuck you want. It's your world. But we live in a pre-dystopian society, 100%. And I've talked about it before, and I'm going to keep talking about it. And cryptocurrency and esports, or even being a YouTuber making content, I would say those three things. And there's probably more if you just go deeper into the AI, all these other stuff. But esports is one of those adaptations that's part of this pre-dystopian to full dystopian society that we will end up. That's how much esports I think is valuable and it matters. Now, preference of your game, that's up to you. I would say I can humbly start Call of Duty, not just because I've been playing Call of Duty since a child, but just because when I found this organization, this team, why not? They actually have a Halo team too. I think they have a Warzone team too. Yeah, yeah, and sometimes they have all kinds of teams. Just it depends on the business, of course. Because you obviously want to make money. Yo, why does it freeze? It freezes like crazy, son. Why are you freezing, homie? Don't freeze. Give me a minute, give me a minute. Technical issues like a mother. All right, but yeah, it's just I think it's the pre-dystopian adaptation of culture of society. And like I said, I'm not going to compare it to sports, and I don't think it's like sports aside from the team aspect and you fanning a certain squad or whatever the case may be and wanting to wear their colors and all that good stuff. But it's yeah, let me some of that stuff. Cool. But aside from that, I truly enjoy it. And it's nice to be a fan. It's nice to enjoy something. It's nice to look forward to something. It's even nice to feel the loss. Like it's cool. And I haven't had that in a really long time. And this has kind of given me back a little bit of that, right? And I'm truly enjoying as like look, it froze again. Here, let me see, because I really just want to show you guys one. Yeah, it's probably here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to show you one thing, and we'll probably wrap it up for today and be on our way because it's been a long week. Definitely tired in this bitch. I don't know why it keeps not going, but like this, I don't know. I want to show you this play that Mercules did. Mercules is basically a new rookie that just became a pro for the first time in his life, and in the first two tournaments he's played, he's made over $300,000. Is it this play? Hope it don't freeze, bruh. Oh no, it is this play. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Don't freeze shit. Watch this. Watch this. Look at this play, bruh. Watch this. Watch it. It's 1 against 3, by the way. It's 1v3 right now. It's 1v3. It's 1v3. No, now it's 1v2. He already killed the other one. So it was 1v3. Fucking clutched up, bruv. Fucking clutched up, know what I mean? Watch this replay. So 1 versus 3. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I think that's gonna do it for us today. I think that's why I want to get off. You might see me one more time in this space, but you get him on my face. Oops, that's the wrong camera. Yeah, but all right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's kind of I wanted to say today. Get that shit off my mind. Even if nobody listened, but if you do find this and you find yourself here right now, thank you. Like and share and subscribe, all that good shit. Like I told you. Don't get used to me reacting to shit because that's not what I'm trying to do here. But I think I am gonna probably, I'm just gonna say fuck it, I'm go for it, and I'm gonna react to when they drop their documentary on this season and winning these championships because their documentary, that's another reason why they're like a good brand. Their content idea is probably one of the best. The first one to inspire me as far as this whole thing, right? So I am gonna probably when they drop them, I'm gonna react to that, whatever. But don't get used to this shit. We're not, no, no, I'm not reacting channel over here. We make our own shit. So, ladies and gentlemen, I go by, I go by HT, Mr. Olives, or Jesus, depending how well or how close you can get to me. This has been HT speaking to himself, part 18. If you like and subscribe, go tell somebody we're out here turning on cameras and talking shit. All right. And I love coffee. So check me on the Musing Copa Pour Over series, along with a new coffee stuff coming because I love this shit. So thank you so much. Drink some water, get some sleep, you know all that good shit. And I'm gone. Night.